There was this hack that you could
Alakazam,
my cousins taught us that if you turn off in the middle of the trade, you guys both get one.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit me with that Missingno capture. You remember that one?
I mean, that was a thing, but it was like there was some bug where you could turn it off in the middle of trading, and you guys could both, and it like duplicated it. But,
some bug. It's called
you risked losing it if you did it at the wrong time.
But you also risked losing it. Yeah. So you either both got one or neither of you got one.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Childhood gambling right there. It's just,
Oh, yeah. Nate lost his Lugia and cried big time.
Man, Rachel, will you tell the Charizard story again? Because that is just the hardest story ever in the world.
Story.
Didn't you like cut up one of your Pokemon cards to prove?
it was a Tyranitar.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I just remember. I just remember the story of you like being like, to prove that I don't care just because it's valuable, I'm gonna like break it. Yeah.
I was a child and I opened a shining Tyranitar, and people were like, "Whoa, shining is like it was a new foil. It was all very fancy at the time." And I was like, I love him, and I love him unconditionally. And I poked a hole in one of the corners with a thumbtack. Wow. And I still have it, and it has like an actual like pinhole in the corner of it.
Incredible.
And I was like, I won't trade it to you because I love it for who he is.
I love that story so much.
Yeah, I want to get it graded. I want to send it into Beckett.
I give it an A+.
Yeah, thank you. All right. This isn't a Pokemon stream. What are we doing? Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Better Than Heroes. This is episode 13 of Arc 5 of Better Than Heroes. If you're new to our stream, welcome. It's not just Pokemon chat. It's not just an amateur Pokemon chat. We play Spelljammer D&D, and I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 13 Kreen fighter. And this is Scully. She's a level 20 Warlock.
I'm Ovredahl, and I play Flute, a.k.a. the Windrider, a human bard with a little bit of Warlock.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I was looking at the map. I'm Jordan, and I play the Moonboy, a level 13 Moonboy. You guys all looked like I was really loud there. Was I loud?
You did. You did.
I didn't touch anything. All
right, it's better now.
It's true.
My name is Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I'm the Pokemon of this game, and I play everybody else.
Being slowly stroked by my cat's tail. Today we are going to play some 5e Spelljammer Dungeons & Dragons, and you're going to hear our show is live, soundtracked by the wonderful Jason Wardell.
Hell yeah.
You can hear him. Listen to him twinkle back there. He's doing it.
He's twinkling.
Old twinkle fingers.
This show is brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed already today. There's a gifted sub to Will from Jester. There was a gifted sub to Sauerkraut Kid.
Ooh,
hell yeah.
Sweet.
Great username.
Thanks everybody who's throwing subs around. We really appreciate it. You guys help make this show possible and cool. You help us pay our artists and keep it growing and cool. If you want to support the show, you can do that by becoming a subscriber right here on Twitch. You can become a patron on Patreon. You can pick up some sweet Better Than Heroes merch on our Teespring account. You could Venmo Harlan directly if you want.
Be my Switch friend and just
you could trade a Haunter for a subscription.
A special Patreon tier.
Yeah, we get paid in Haunters. There's lots of ways that you can support the show, but the biggest one is you can just tell people that we exist, that you're having fun every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific watching Better Than Heroes. That means a lot to us and helps make this channel awesome. So thank you all for joining us this Monday. We are about to get into the show, but before we do, let's go into last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes. Not 30 seconds after battle with the Meridian Tract began, Flute Whimteaser was dead. An attempt by Mistnan to revive him counterspelled by Ventress's father, the well-known Calidus. Klik unleashed tremendous fury upon Calidus, nearly him. At his father's urgent bidding, Ventress ripped a time stop and used a lunar shard to activate a nearby arcane apparatus, which I will refer to as the Moon Machine, as is my right. K.A.I was able to revive Flute, who got right back to the urgent business of getting killed again, immediately kicked back to the brink of death by Meridian Tract goons, which was narrowly prevented by Moonboy's heals. Calidus banished Klik and K.A.I, but their exile was brief as the party struck down the Liches and sent their minions fleeing. K.A.I returned just in time to see that the Moon Machine's arcane timer was nearly at 0 and was able to surgically blast and deactivate it, damaging but not destroying the lunar shard. Mistnan left the party with a warning. The Belnorn had been destroyed for now, but would regrow in their pods in the Feywild. To destroy the Liches permanently, the crew would have to journey through the Silver Portal to the Fey and destroy the casters in their pods. Bidding the party a very fond good luck with that, Mistnan winked through his visor and went back to work forever. What was the Moon Machine going to do? Spin the world away? Are these the secrets of Lunas Terra the Moon Girl spoke of? Is that what happened to the moon? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Woo!
Digga-da-digga-da-digga-da-digga.
And it like bleeped you out. It was like almost bleeping him.
That was on my end?
No, I don't know. I heard it on my end.
Because that's not what I said.
The people will never know.
Any sex in
Only
it
you
at
will
all.
know. Well, we are back here.
None.
And in fact, you all are back in this the Continuum tier, this Meridian Track vault of sorts, this holdout, this hidden holdout for them. That there currently doesn't seem to be any threat to you all. There is this open Feywild portal behind you. There is a locked large silver door that you all snuck through, real like Gates of Mordor style, got in there. I guess in that's a bad example because they didn't get in there. It doesn't matter. But you all were able to stop whatever arcane device that Ventress was trying to activate is no longer going off. So I will leave it to y'all on what you want to do in this very verdant open space that is clearly inside of a meteor, inside of the Tears of Saloon, but is hidden away, at least for now.
All right.
Oh, by the skin of our teeth, we made it out of that one. How you feeling, Flute?
Yeah, everybody alive?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like, rubbing my joints after being fast-tracked to hell and back.
Your joints hurt? Like you just did a real tough Zumba class?
Forgive me, did we loot Ventress's body last time?
No. His body did turn into this mush of vines.
Crumbly vines.
They turned into crud.
Right.
Did they leave any loot behind? Any sweet loot? Anything purple?
Well, let's there's a few different pieces you can go investigate here. There's definitely the Ventress's ball of vines that have been decayed and destroyed here. There's these kind of like crumpled up leaves that have been burned and destroyed. That was Calidus's body. And then there are various Meridian Track members skewed about. So
I think the Moonboy is already kind of over looking at and kind of towing around this moon shard.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think that thing is probably the priority because it seemed real important.
Yeah.
So I will help Moonboy investigate the moon shard
Yeah.
and the moon machine.
And I think when he gets over there, I'm kind of like wondering if I should touch it. And he sort of looks up and he's like, "What do you think, Kai? Should I touch it with my bare hand?"
Be careful. I
Taking bare hand?
I would like to take a look at it before Moonboy touches it with his bare hand.
Cool. Yeah. So you all can step into this alcove, this side room here that has stone architecture, maybe is the best way to describe it at first glance for y'all. As there seem to be 3 or 4 pillars in and around one large stone dais that has something like a center stone piece coming out of the middle of it. And there are definitely arcane glyphs all over all of those stone pieces jutting out. But it is noticeable as well to you that everything around you inside of this cavern is this verdant green, like a very like lush growing space. And these seem to be made of the same material that the meteorite around you is made of, almost as if they're like poking through from the meteorite that you all are on.
I see.
So, Kai, would you like to do an Arcana check on the pillars on the dais? Like, what are you trying to check out here? Because you did break the moon shard off of. It was like definitely like a key put in there, and then you broke it off. So the shard is laying off on the ground, and then there are these arcane. This arcane platform with arcane pillars around you as well.
I would like to sort of gather the pieces that came off and see if I can figure out what I've multiple questions. What is this lunar shard? What's it for? By itself? How does it fit in with this machine? What does the machine do? I have many questions that I will go over and try to answer after I set up Flute with some orange slices.
Oh, I'm fine. I am fully healed thanks to the Moonboy.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. No oranges for you
yeah,
then.
hey.
But I will take an orange slice.
Yeah. Just take one.
Yes, can I have some of that too, please?
Absolutely.
That
Thank you.
after death orange slice. Nothing like a post-mortem orange
It's an auspicious fruit.
You guys giggle, but I mean, dying takes it out of you, right, Flute? I mean, Zumba is right. That shit kills.
So Kai,
Zumba?
you are going
Is
over.
that another demon that you've made another pact with?
Kai, you were going over to investigate
going over there, dog.
the moon shards itself.
Correct.
Okay, great. Great. Well, then go ahead and roll an Arcana check then.
Arcana. What kind of saving throw should I make for you? All right.
Not yet.
Come on, roller. There we go. Oh, that's a natural 20, baby.
Right out of the gate.
Nice. Off to a good start.
Yeah.
So what's that altogether? Like 47?
Yeah, it's above 30. 33.
Cool. All right. Cool. So with a 33, wow, not 35. Yeah. So with a 33 here,
Flash of genius. No, I don't really need those.
you immediately recognize that. I mean, this is. It shines with a similar glow that Moonboy does. There is absolutely Lunastarin magic here, but you recognize this as a piece of a larger whole as well. Makes sense with something that is called a moon shard. But the arcane energy is rapidly dispersing from it. It is barely. It's It's not actively going out of it. It's more of like there's just like a little bit of a spark left inside of it, kind of just like a wet log in the thunderstorm. As it has, there's definitely another piece of it lodged inside of the column that's on the middle of the dais, and this was. It's clear to you that this shard came from the asteroid that you are on, which is making it seem more and more to you like maybe this is some sort of moon or piece of a moon that you all are on. And by reuniting it with it and using these pillars to kind of conduct the energy inside of it, you were kind of like closing the electrical arcane circuit. You were reuniting it with something, or Ventress was reuniting it with something to create a large gravitational effect. So with over 30, you know that it was doing something here with gravity and magic, and that he was reuniting this piece with the larger whole.
Right. So it seems like it's made of the same material as these asteroids, and it has the same magical energy as Moonboy.
Yes.
That's interesting. Moonboy, do these plants, do they look familiar to you? Are these moon plants?
Are they?
You can roll a nature check, absolutely.
Okay. That's another natural 20.
Ooh, wow, let's go.
We each get a turn in order.
No, it's time for you and I to roll a critical fail.
Yes.
Because the world is balanced.
How does it feel? Can you put it in like a scent that I could spray on myself before I go out into the world?
I'm a natural 20. Live your life like a natural 20.
Event.
You slay
Natural
goblins
20.
just walking down the
You
road.
deserve it.
You're a natural 20.
Wow.
Natural 20 body fragrance. Yes.
Dang, it's our
People
next merch
spit on
item going to
you
be
everywhere you
Axe
go.
body spray
Roll double damage on the people around you.
on the...
incredible.
Oh my god.
So
I want a scent that's called +3 charisma.
Yeah, it's 16 CHA.
So Moonboy, I think you specifically, none of these are Lunastaran plants, which I would say is odd to you. Like that there is this connection, and K.A.I communicates this connection. None of these are Lunastaran plants, and you get no kind of like recognition of Lunastair at all. And since you rolled a natural 22, I would say you know a lot of plants, and these don't seem, most of the things growing in this room don't seem of this world. Do
they seem like they're coming from the portal?
Absolutely, yes. You don't see like a connection, like they're not actively growing through it, but they have, you know enough about magic and how plants are propagated to know that this is like dandelion seeds that have been blown in from the portal almost.
Feywild plants. Interesting.
I'm going to pick up the shard with my bare hands.
Wonderful. Cool. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
You have advantage
That's true.
Yeah.
because we had a balanced breakfast.
Yeah, I think at this point you like sort of reach out to touch it, and I just give it to you. Seems like the logical next step.
I don't think he can stop himself. I think this is a real...
It seems inevitable.
22.
Incredible. You feel this large jolt inside of you. And you...
Gazumbo!
Incredible.
Flango! Write it down.
I write it down.
And you see something happen that you've only seen happen one other time before, which is that you see an almost like echo of the moon float out of your hat. And even with it closed, even with it like in the state that it is, you've seen this happen one other time. The other time was on the Ark when this large mechanical being died in front of you, and it floats out here, and you see the
You
moon.
didn't have that.
Just for
I
a
have
second.
it.
Yeah, he
Oh
has
no,
it.
no, I don't.
It's with the moon girl.
It
You
is.
have a.
Oh, it's with the moon girl.
I have like a stone that will switch places with it.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was like I couldn't
sorry.
remember if the stone was opening up. It's fine.
No, you're right. I think
the moon that was more of just for flavor because the moon, this conjuration is happening out of the shard and not out of the hat. So it doesn't mechanically change that, and more of just like it's almost like out of Moonboy's eyes at this point, where you just kind of like connect with it, and you glow, and the shard glows. But you see like a projection of your moon in front of you, and it doesn't talk to you. It's just kind of like swirling in front of you, and you see this. You kind of like see outside of yourself. You're like looking down at yourself, and it zooms out, and you see the dock that is the Continuum Tier's like silver door and the gate, and it zooms out a little bit more, and you can see this rock floating amongst all the other tiers of Saloon. This cluster of this asteroid field that surrounds the moon above Tohr, that makes it look like there are lots of little moons all around it, and you can see it. You can see like infrared vision almost. You have moon goggles on here, and you can see
sight.
that this rock that you are standing on holds a piece of Lunastera itself. And it seems to have been hidden here a long time ago, not even from the shattering of Lunastera, but like long, long ago, this has been tucked here as if it is some almost like mechanical device that has been planted here to be an anchor of gravity. And you don't even know how you know all these things. You're just kind of like zooming out and out and seeing this vision, and you just know. It's almost like you are whispering to yourself in your own mind, like going for a walk and like figuring a problem out, as you can just see that this used to be something Lunastera did, was help form worlds and help balance worlds, almost like mechanics to large solar systems.
Incredible. So do I understand how to access that piece, or is this the piece?
With the between you and K.A.I here, and I'd love for you to RP this a little bit, but I will say I'll tell you this out of game, and then you all can discuss amongst yourselves about how you put this together. The thing you know is that this was an off switch, and it seems that this is some sort of like override here that would cause the balance of the orbit of, you're not sure how much, but at least definitely this planet and the rotation around it to be very off of its kilter, off of its track.
Oh,
Yikes.
okay. So they were like trying to throw off the orbit of the whole
Of Toral?
of Toral, of Tears of Saloon, of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's. I would say
Interesting.
even with your high rolls, it's a little hard to tell how extensive it would go, but it would cause at least Toral to be off of its rotation track. Yeah.
Okay.
And that would
Yes.
be presumably bad
Yeah, and I think
because of math.
yeah, I think that the RP of it is like, he kind of gets shocked into one of these fugue states that he so often goes into and begins whispering all of these things for
Tries
you
writing
to
it
hear
down.
as well.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
writing it all down.
He's
with-
like, it's here, but it's not. It's supposed to be here. The Lunasterans, they shared that planet. They shared their gravity to stabilize everything, to stabilize this place. It's here, and it must stay here. Do I know what the shard is?
Yeah, it is a. It is a piece of a moon from Lunastera, and
Okay.
it acts. You would know it acts as a negator almost, like it
Right.
balances out like a.
Okay.
And you can see some writing etched into just half of this shard that you would recognize as an ancient Lunasteran text, but you can't read it right now because I'm not sure how much that you even remember, but it also is broken in half. So
Okay, I do have the language, but But I think, yeah, I'll tell K.A.I, I'll be like, they use it to control the piece of Lunastera that's here. We need to get the other half out. They need to be whole, and we have to take it with us. I'm keeping it. I'll put it with my Beanie Babies.
Perfect.
And I'll ride it all the time. I promise. I'll practice.
Sure. I will stop writing. I'm writing with like illusory chalk in the air, and it all sort of falls away. And I will try to, I'll try to remove it from the moon machine.
Absolutely. Okay, I want you to do I'd love to have you do a Arcana check and a sleight of hand check.
Can I use my tools?
Absolutely. Yeah. Instead of sleight of hand, you can use your Tinkerer's tools. So you would add your dexterity and your proficiency to it.
Buona. Arcana first? Or am I just... Yeah, okay. Arcana. Arcana is 25.
Great. And then go ahead and roll your other one too.
Tinker's tools. I'm good at these. That is a dirty 30.
Holy cow. All right. There you go. Yep, DC was 20 on both of them. Easy for you. And the... so you can just kind of like reach toward it, and you I mean, you could give me the flavor here, but you're able to pluck out the second half of this, and when it comes out all together, it looks like like a diamond-shaped crystal, like not diamond as in like a cut gem, but like as the shape of a diamond, and you can see that it kind of like went down. You know how when like sometimes like a big tooth gets pulled and you're like, holy cow, that goes all the way down there, you know? Like you see the shard is like this broken off back of a Dorito chip, but when you pull the whole thing out of this column, it goes like pretty far down into the pillar itself.
It's
but
big.
You're able to
bigger
pull it
than
out.
it looked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. I would like to try to fix it. I have... Let me see. Let me see what I got. My Roll20 crashed, because of course it did.
Cool.
But I just want to...
Well, while you're figuring that out, why don't we pop over to what
I just
Klik
need
and
to
Flute are
explore
doing.
my options for how I can try to fix it.
Sure. Yeah. While this moment with Moonboy and K.A.I is happening, is you all are like kind of, wide-eyed, but like
While
two
K.A.I
good
is
friends who are
buffering.
sharing the same interests. Like you all are just zoned in on what's going on here. Flute and Klik, what are you all doing?
Lootin'.
Fluting.
I'm gonna walk over to this portal and see if there are runes on it, on the ring of the portal.
The portal is this northern circle, yeah? This teal guy?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Cool. Could I write those down so I can learn this circle?
You can roll. Why don't you roll an Arcana check?
Maybe I will. My brand new dice.
Is it
Ooh.
But true to form, that'll be a 2. What am I adding to it? That's a 5.
Great. Absolutely. You do, and you write those down, and you definitely have them.
I'm not even going to bother writing it down.
Oh, you sure? You sure you don't want to have them for like a dire moment when you need to come back to here?
No, you're right. Flavor-wise.
No, you didn't roll a natural one. Yeah. I would say, I think you do kind of connect that like they don't have, there's like not the same amount of them that like a usual teleportation circle would have. That, the teleportation circle often is like a compass almost. It has these larger glyphs as like a north, south, east, and west, and then is like filled in between those. And this does not seem to have the same like grammatical arcane structure that a teleportation circle would have.
Well, I will write them down.
Cool. Klik, what are you up to?
She's just rifling through piles of baddies.
Sure. Yeah.
Looking for, in particular, keys or anything that would help them navigate the base that they're on.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can roll an investigation check.
Keys, maps. Boy, oh boy. 14.
Okay. With a 14, you are able to, you find a bunch of rapiers on these Meridian Tract members. You very specifically avoid these plant growth piles that are the corpses of Calidus and Ventress. And so you do avoid them. But the Meridian Tract members are just, these slave elven combatants. And in a pouch of one of the this like burly, long eyebrowed elven warrior woman, you do find this like silver bar that is clearly magical of some sort. Like as you're kind of shaking out pockets, pouches, etc., you are able to find it, and it's on the ground. You can pick it up if you want to. It's just at first it doesn't look like a key right away, but it is like a silver glowing bar.
Okay. She has a bunch of rapiers and a mystery silver bar.
Yep.
She'll pocket it and sort of wander over to the moon machine. Like, we have a plan?
K.A.I finishes buffering. This is a question for the dungeon master. It's not a magical item, correct? This shard?
The shard is a magical item.
Okay. Good to know.
I could reconnect them.
Right, can't be created. How would you do it? How would you solve this problem, Moonboy?
I don't know if I could solve the problem, but I could use mending to reconnect the two halves.
I think it might be. I have the same spell, but I fear that would not work on a substance like this. But
I
perhaps
don't see why not. As long as it's not bigger than a foot.
There are stipulations to the mending spell.
Right, I just read them in my pamphlet.
Yeah, I have the same one.
Pamphlet.
I give Moonboy another pamphlet. So you're trying to repair an ancient shard with the mending cantrip.
Right. Look. Let's look through it real quick. It says here.
I can't create a magic item using this spell, and I can't change the shape of it. However, I think that I can just fix it with. I'm going to try something. I will gather the pieces of the lunar shard, and I will lay them out so that they are reconnected as they would fit together.
Oh, did we get the other half out?
Yes.
I did, yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
And I will cast. It'll take a few minutes, but I will imbue them with my magics, and I will cast Fabricate.
Ooh.
So I'm not going to actually change the shape of it or make it any bigger, but I'm just going to fuse it back into one piece. That's my plan.
Cool. So you're using this spell that allows you to convert these like raw materials out of nowhere to make things, to pull something out of nothing, really. You're using magic. So give us a little bit of that, just like what this looks like as K.A.I casts a spell and does this.
Yeah, I lay out the pieces together, and you can still, you can almost see They fit back together nearly perfectly, but you can just barely see the places where it is cracked in half. And as I imbue it with magic, those cracks begin to shine with sort of runic lines of arcane code that will meld together and grow until there's a flash and it's just a single piece again.
And as you do, Moonboy, I would love for you to you can either do an investigation, arcana, or nature check here.
I'm going to do nature with guidance.
Can I help?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think you're going to need to. I have rolled a 31.
Incredible.
Nature.
As you and K.A.I are staring over this, and then this takes 10 minutes as well. So like Flute and K.A.I, I'm going to cut back to you for a second here as you all are like stalling inside of this closed chamber. But you look over and K.A.I and Moonboy are just at work here, like staring at these different pieces, like talking about these different pieces and seeing what they could do. And you see K.A.I just like pulling,
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm holding my hands over the thing and my tools are just working like an automatic sewing machine, tracing this intricate, tiny, runic code.
And when you hold it up and kind of like show it to Moonboy here, like what do you, like when you finish it, give us a little bit of like the finished product here. Like just like showing it to Moonboy, what you've done.
I'm not certain that it will be whole in the way that we want it to be, but it's unbroken.
Can I
sort of tentatively not tentatively, but tenderly hand it over to Moonboy?
Yeah, I'll touch it again with my bare hands and
touch this with your bare hands, Moonboy.
Right.
Lick it.
Lick it. Yep.
In this moment, you kind of like ready yourself for this surge again, and you feel nothing. The surge does not happen. And you can tell that that last jolt that hit you was the remnants of some sort of arcane magic that was in there. And the crystal is back together. This moon shard is in one piece again, but the magic of it is not connected. And it is in one physical piece, but the magic is not connected.
Right.
I was afraid of that. Well, that was the highest level spell I can cast.
What does nothing. Should have let me try the mending. What does the writing say on it?
Now that it is together, you and K.A.I can work this out together. I'd like to have you both do history checks here.
Let's do it.
I know, K.A.I, you have the ability where you can kind of like know a language after looking at it for a bit, and Moonboy, you have this language and have it somewhere deep down inside of you. But just for the fun of rolling dice, let's have you do it here.
Yeah, Moonboy is going to cast a quick spell on himself to enhance his ability to remember history, and you see the image of an owl wearing a mortarboard briefly appear above his head.
Whoa. Love it.
And he goes, And he rolls so poorly.
Didn't roll great either.
So poorly that it made my digital dice hatch into a fucking mimic.
Oh, no.
Hang on, but luckily I gave myself advantage. 15 history.
Same. I will. I will expend a flash of genius to bring it up to a 20.
Cool. Then K.A.I, after you are looking at it, like Moonboy, you can tell, like, you know this, but it's just like not coming together. Like it doesn't feel like it means anything to you. But as you're saying it out loud to K.A.I, this like phonetic translation of it, at least, K.A.I, you almost start to hear it as if you're turning a radio dial, and the arcane energy that lets you, do the math equation of putting a language together in your mind. You realize that Moonboy is saying, say the name back to me of the light you stared into your whole life.
Telling K.A.I in Gnomish all of these words, just flangus, flongo, bongo.
Can you say it again, Harlan?
Say the name back to me of the light you stared into your whole life.
The light you stared into your whole life.
My laptop screen?
Macintosh.
He's going to say Lunastera.
And as you do, nothing happens.
That wasn't it. What's another light that I stare into?
The moon?
The moon.
Does your moon have a name?
When you say the moon, you start to tingle and like float for a little bit, but then you just realize it's because you're holding your breath and you're wearing levitating boots. Yeah.
I thought something was going to happen there. Sorry, that was me.
Flute and Klik, can you both roll perception checks for me?
Mm-hmm. Shall remain something of a mystery. Ooh. What are some other names? Kyle.
Clarence.
Clarence.
Lyle.
Just saying every.
Lyle.
I got an 18. Looking around.
21.
Cool. Klik, you notice that there are two, like into the earthen meteoric walls. You see two indents that could easily be doors, like set into the walls there. Flute, you notice as you're standing next to the portal here that it seems to be leaking. As you're like looking at these runes and like hanging out there, you can see that like this whole time it's just been this like rippling, almost like heat coming off of a sidewalk, just wavering. And it's not like a lot of the portals you've seen are some sort of arcane liquid like swirling around or something, but this you can kind of like see into the other side. You can see these trees. It almost looks like a mirror of the room you're in without the meteorites like walls around you. And as you've been standing there, this like ripple, this clear liquid maybe that's held up in the portal is starting to slowly just eke its way across the ground.
Does this look like a portal that's closing?
You can roll a Arcana check if you'd like to, or investigation.
I did so well in the last one.
How's your moment?
These dice are so hard to read. Truly.
These numbers aren't even in English.
That's the high price of dice with a tiny raven skull inside. I got a 21.
21. All right.
He can roll.
He can roll.
Hell yeah.
His dice do have high numbers on them.
Like they're not just 1 through 10.
Oh shit! I've been using my 1 through 10 on all sides.
They do exist.
They're called storytelling dice. They make for great stories
about my character dying.
Flautists dice.
No, you it is not the portal closing. It seems to be entering this plane more.
Oh.
Like a fire spreading or water leaking.
Gosh. Yeah, I'll tell the group. There's something wrong with this portal. It seems to be growing, leaking. I don't know.
1 second.
But it's not stable.
Good Lord.
Leaking what? What is a portal even? What's the liquid in a portal?
Klik, do you want to check it out? You're welcome to.
If it's the Feywild on the other side,
over.
It could be some kind of...
I am not as interested in this arcane trinket as the boys. Leaking portal, waste carrier.
Sure.
I don't even understand what it could possibly be leaking. Gross.
Would you like to do an Arcana check? You're welcome to do an Arcana check. You can also do investigation if you'd like.
Let's do it. I think they're the same. Let's do investigation.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy called?
That's the Nickelodeon song. Boy, Big 12.
Big 12? Yeah, I mean, you stay out of it. You know what I mean? Like, as you go over to it, you're like keeping your distance, and you just know that you should not touch it.
Blech. Don't touch that. Moonboy, don't touch that.
I wasn't gonna. I super was.
I know.
Can I check out the doors that I have discovered?
Yep.
Are they one way? Are they two ways? Are they openable? She doesn't understand doors.
Forgot about
I
doors
rolled an 8.
as a concept.
Yeah.
Is it perception or is it investigation? It must be investigation.
It is investigation.
Yeah, 8.
I just imagine you spinning, like there's no handle or lock. There's just kind of like the engraving that is clearly a door there. And I just imagine you like trying to shove the edge of your Githka in it and like pry it open to just no avail. Or however you want to play it. Like you're trying to get this door open and there's just nothing there.
There's doors. Over here.
And leaking portal. Mm-hmm. Well, I will.
The doors don't appear to be first openable, and the portal's getting bigger.
Okay.
I feel like we have a bit of a ticking clock here.
It does feel that way. Moonboy, you keep looking at this. I will take a quick look at these doors, and then go over, since they're closer, and then I will go look at the portal.
I have attempted to pry the door. It didn't open.
Indeed.
Ah! Look at this giant fruit. What's the like circle fruity cereal?
Fruit Loops.
No,
Fruit Loops?
not the O's. This like they're balls, like cakes shaped.
Tricks.
Tricks.
Still, yeah.
How do you know about those?
Yeah, Flute, you kind of like notice that it's like about 5 feet from you now as it's gone. It started to like trickle down, like just like mist coming over the edge of the stairs here has just
all right,
kept expanding.
Where are these doors? Are they right by me, or are they over by the portal?
These.
That's correct.
Okay,
You should be able to see them on the map right there. And right
I will.
Yeah.
I will first and foremost go over and look at this portal.
Great. Do an Arcana check.
Arcana. Oh, my computer. Oh, meine Computer. 24.
24, is that what you said?
Yes.
Great. It is, something is pushing out whatever spell is like keeping this open and keeping this maintained. This is, the attempt is to pull everything in this room through the portal. So it is kind of like, what's that game, like Katamari or where like
Katamari,
like
sure.
The ball rolls around, you get bigger and bigger and bigger. It feels like whatever is spreading out of the portal, the intent is to take up this full space here.
Yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. Probably going to try and draw everything in the area into the Feywild.
Yeah, and you can hear like bells and like this like quiet laughing on the other side, but you don't see anything.
Can we shut it down?
Perfect. Do I think I can stop that from happening?
With that Arcana check, if you break it, if you want to try and stop it, you would have to break the seal here of the whatever's holding this pathway open, and you, just like trying to trade two Pokemon back and forth, you risk either sealing it off.
50-50 shot.
You either risk sealing it off or opening it all quickly.
I could try, and it might work, but it also might make it much worse.
What if
do
we
you guys
just go
think?
through one of these doors and get away from the portal that's trying to devour everything near it?
I mean, we hope.
We can't just,
Unless it
we can't just
follows
leave
us.
it here.
Don't know when it would stop.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? I can't.
We can
Fuck
You
break
guys are
it.
the
Try it.
powerful. I'll work on the door. Y'all work on stopping.
Sure, I might as well try it, right?
Doom.
Unless we have another plan.
Wait.
Flute, you have to step back because it's like it gets even bigger here.
Yeah, I'll take a few
Can
steps
I-
back.
Can I try casting Dispel on it?
Oh, absolutely. If you'd like to.
Yeah, I do so.
At what
Level 4.
level? Cool. You need to roll for it. So give me that. It should say on your dispel what check you have to roll here.
It super does.
It's wisdom.
It super does.
Because the spell that is if just for the folks watching at home, if you use Dispel Magic and Dispel Magic is a 3rd level spell, but if since Moonboy is casting it a 4th level spell, if it was a 4th level spell or lower, it would just boop. The spell would automatically stop when he used Dispel Magic. But because it is a spell that is higher level than that is what has been cast here, the DC that you have to hit is equal to 10 plus whatever.
10 plus the spell's level.
Which you don't know,
and I make an ability check using my spellcasting ability, which is wisdom.
Yeah,
so
you don't add your proficiency to it. You just add your
don't
raw
add
wisdom.
proficiency. Right. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Dingus. Ugh. Blew it. 7.
Yeah, the spell continues to the moon energy wafts over this spreading ripple that is just, it's not pulling anything into it. It just looks like water is starting to rise, but not vertically, but horizontally out.
I can't stop it. I feel like I was close, so...
Right, here we go. I will give it a shot. I will fly up off the ground, and I can't crack my knuckles because I have no knuckles, but I've seen people do it. And if I could, I would. I will... I will cast an enhance ability on myself
Hell yeah.
to give myself advantage on... I guess I don't even know what I'm doing, so I won't do that.
I will say
I'm gonna try and fix it.
your tokens are starting to be important the longer this goes on, so I would make sure on the map here that you are happy with where your tokens are, because I have just moved them. But yeah, so Kai, if you want to try and...
I'm as close as I need to be. I'm going to try and stop whatever's happening here. I'm going to try and stabilize this portal.
Great. Yep. You can fly up there, and I'd like for you to make an Arcana check and your Tinkerer's check here using your tools, both
One
at
of each.
disadvantage, please.
Yikes. All right. Disadvantage. I will throw myself enhance ability for intelligence, because that's my lower one.
Yep. And you have to because it's expanded out so
So
much, you
just
have to
zero it out.
fly up at this point. So you have to go up to the edge of this top rim of the gate that is opening this.
And I will use a little bit of the sort of portal hacking that I learned from that crystal giantess. What was her name again? All right. Arcana 25.
Absolutely. Cool. That is a success. And then you have the sleight of hand check for
My Tinker's tools.
at disadvantage.
Right. Is that... I just need to figure out if that's intelligence. Because then it would at least be straight up and down.
It should be, because
I'm pretty sure my Tinker's tools are not intelligence. Okay, with disadvantage. Here we go.
yeah, I think it's
First
I think it's
roll.
dexterity.
It is. First roll. Okay, alright. It's not too bad. Second roll is a 28.
Absolutely. Cool. I mean, that one solves it here as well, as it's like, this is like, you're tying off a balloon a little bit here. And as you do, as you like, you see K.A.I hovering around, and there is this surge of the bubble as it gets bigger and bigger, as you all are kind of like backing up and trying to figure out what you might need to do with this thing bursts. And then you just hear this really loud click, and it sounds like a stone falling and hitting the ground. And the bubble doesn't burst and spread everywhere. It's more like just like a whoof, as it wafts over you and just dissipates quickly and is no longer there on the map.
I feel like it's almost like I'm messing with the exterior of this portal, and one of the runes, I like deactivate one of these runes, and it almost looks like the whole thing is going to spin out of control, but it sort of spins in on itself, and then I reactivate the rune, and it's just back to normal.
In of control.
In of controlage. And I conquer it with math.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, I mean,
Okay.
you all now seem to be in this once again still room here, as you all, have finished this fight, have looked around, have spent, 15, 20 minutes here as Moonboy and K.A.I have entered their project of just kind of like gone off into space world, deep into the magic that has been in this corner room, as you and Klik, you and Flute have really held things down, kept an eye on anything coming through the portal here, and but once again, you kind of just like thought maybe you were gonna have to fight again or deal with another problem quickly, but as a group, you all have calmed this verdant room once again. And with that,
Moonboy
go for it. Yeah.
Moonboy looks down at his hand that he used to cast the spell, and he says, I did it.
Put my hand on Moonboy's shoulder.
We did it.
We did it. And I look
Klik's
directly
in the
into
corner
the camera.
with her Githka wedged in the door.
A real like Indiana Jones almost, like you all are trying to find a way out, or like Luke Skywalker like putting the piece of metal like up between the trash compactor.
I keep imagining the Far Side where the kid's pushing and it says pull.
Yeah.
I mean, she rolled very low on the investigation of these doors. It's very possible.
Well, we will find out here after our break, as we're right about at the halfway mark. So we're going to take a quick drink.
Oh, wow.
Drake, where we peek and be, and we'll see you in just 5 minutes here.
A piss drake? A monster just dropped.
Yeah, I just caught one of those in Pokemon. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm in character voice.
Right, see you in just a second. Wait, hold on.
Never watched the tape.
I meant to ask this in the beginning, but I didn't.
It's too erotic.
Rachel, I wanted to not know beforehand, but now I want to know which Pokemon did you start with?
The fire crocodile.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yes, Team Fuecoco.
Me too. Okay, all three of us did. Yeah,
that's the best one.
Bird's
Now
fucked
I'm
up and
gonna
the
feel
cat
like I
gets
can't.
ugly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Is that a fucking
Bird seems
Tom
like a
Waits
jerk.
lyric?
The bird seems like a spoiled jerk.
I was so excited about the duck. I was like 100% I'm
Same.
picking him. And then like the first intro, it's like, which one are you gonna pick? He's like mean to
He
the
does
fire
this
alligator.
boink with
This
his
thing. Yeah.
thing, and he's-
I loved that. It was the bullying that got me. I was like,
yeah.
"Ooh, a fancy boy duck," and then he was like a prep, and I was like, "No,
Yeah.
thanks."
And don't worry about it.
duck.
We all made the correct decision. Andrew, did you get Pokemon?
Yeah, but I haven't started it yet.
You haven't booted it up. You're lost at sea like me playing Dredge. Did you get those explosives yet?
I will.
Okay, cool.
Get those
Are we in?
explosives
Did
yet?
Harlan do the thing again?
No, yeah, I did. I
explosives
absolutely.
finally
We're
took
absolutely in
forever.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
love
We're
doing
in.
it.
I love doing the hot start. I did tell
Your
you.
butthole
You're a hot
was on
starter.
TV.
Here comes the hot starter.
Oh, damn it! There's like a fire starter joke in there. I can't quite do. Yeah. Jason, you can't play the techno music for the fire starter song just out of immediately and quickly, can you? That would be incredible.
Jason, what should we do? Do we go to the Feywild?
If we get sucked in the Feywild, I'm gonna walk out of my yard and put my face in the dirt.
I don't really know.
Like, is this the third game that you're in that is...
in the Feywild?
Andrew, will you tell him about... I'm running a Patreon game that Andrew is a player in, and they were in the Feywild, and they were inside of a tree, and after a long rest...
There's a woodpecker, which if you've been watching Ben and Harris, you know, I have a woodpecker personally tormenting me. Personally.
Into your own personal life just
tormenting
to fuck with
me.
you in D&D.
Yeah.
It was there this morning.
That's
It took
so
the weekend
evil.
off, because I guess woodpeckers, they get the weekends off. But then Monday morning, pre-dawn, hammering away. But Harlan put a woodpecker in the D&D game to
That's more
torment us,
evil
but that wasn't... That wasn't even the end of it.
Counterspelling Revivify.
I was looking for an escape, so I cast Speak with Plants, and I touched the tree, and then Harlan just started screaming. My body!
This is very funny.
It was pretty funny.
I wish there was a recording of it, because I worked so hard to not reveal that it was a woodpecker. At first, I was like, you hear this like rhythmic pounding off in the distance, and it's like
I didn't know, and even though, once it was like a woodpecker construct or something.
Okay.
I was like, I hate it so much.
But
I'm dragging us forcefully back into the game.
into
Go
D&D,
ahead,
we have
Harlan.
to.
Okay, great. I will do it. I'll get back in there.
Okay.
But man, I've never been so excited for a moment in my life than when Andrew was like,
The reveal.
I'm saying like, no, when he was like, all right, I'm going to cast Speak with Plants. And then he was like still talking. And I was like, I knew exactly what I was going to do. And I was like,
Amazing.
it was very fun. Okay. So yeah, you all are in this verdant room.
Did the portal shut down completely, or is it just stopped growing?
Yes. No, it is. You have cut it off. It is no longer connected or active.
I'm gonna give the moon shard.
Really?
Yeah, really. You broke it.
not-
That's what
That
there
was
was.
not
get
my
three
understanding
questions.
of what we were trying to do.
I mean, yeah. You had, in order to cut it off, you had to sever the tie, and you broke
Don't worry,
it.
Kai. Do you want to go
Okay.
to the Feywild? I could get us there.
No, it's all right. I just thought it was
An option.
Yes. No, not even that. I just didn't understand what was happening. It's all good.
Well, can
Here.
you take? Would
It
you
takes
take the
it.
moon shard and put it into your bag of withholding?
Sure.
I got a bunch of rapiers.
Ooh,
Do you want those as well?
I'm good.
Just like
Harlan
I had that whole
described it
hero's
as a
feast earlier.
bunch of-
one bunch of.
Eating
Click has like
swords.
Click has like a quiver of swords.
Yeah.
I'm
That
imagining
is
a
pretty
golf
cool,
bag
though.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Give me a 9-iron. Moonboy's going to
They
watch.
have
He's
gloves on all of the.
little socks on the end.
Yeah.
Moonboy's going to be like, all right, keep hold of that. Let's go check out these doors, huh? And he's going to go check out the other door.
The one that I'm not desperately.
Yes.
Should I search
Yeah.
the piles of leaves?
I did
for
not.
Yeah,
Cursed
go for it.
crowns.
Go for it. I think it's a great idea.
Specifically looking for cursed crowns in this
I
pile of
will.
leaves.
I will take a look in the piles of leaves.
Cool.
Oh, I hear Scully. Oh,
I
see
hear her too.
Double blessing.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check if you'd like, Kai. And then who
I would
was
like
checking
to.
out the other door?
Moonboy was.
Moonboy, you can roll.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, you can roll a investigation check if you just want to like
Marvelous.
figure out what's going on with this door.
Yeah, I just kind of want to stand back and take it in.
I was gonna ask Moonboy if I could borrow his Rocky Talkie.
Yeah, of course.
I'm rolling better tonight, not using this horrible dice. That's a 26 investigation.
I got a 22.
Great. And then what are you doing with your walkie-talkie there while this is happening?
I'm going to contact the Breeze Traveler, my fish folk. I don't know what I would call him.
Say friend, say friend. Come on.
My fish folk friend.
Okay. I feel like you got him off the hook there a little bit, honestly.
Fanboy's a good one.
Something.
Son.
But he's
Yeah.
getting power from me. I was trying to think of something to describe that as well. But I'll call him up on the walkie-talkie like,
Breeze Traveler, this is the Windrider.
Hello, he says, just to check before we start, does this count as one of my conversations with you?
No, only if you contact me it counts.
Okay, I just wanted to be 100% sure before we start here. Otherwise, I would not use one on my own right now.
I could bother you an unlimited amount of times. I was just curious if you've seen any change on the outside of
what was the name of this place? I completely blanked.
The Continuum tier.
The Continuum tier. I thought it was the. Wasn't it
We
the
are
Rock
in the
of Brawl?
Continuum.
No. Okay.
No, you're in the tiers
That's a different
saloon,
place.
and then this
Specifically in the
Continuum.
Continuum tier.
have you seen any change in the Meridian Track ships in the area?
We have not seen any Meridian Track ships for a bit. They have been on the retreat. He says we have been primarily avoiding nautiloids the best that we can.
All right, good to know. All right, well, we may have just dealt them a pretty solid blow. I'll be in touch.
I love you. I mean, goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Shouldn't we meet up with them? Don't they know this place way better than we do?
Maybe so. Fuck, man. I mean, how long before Ventress and Calidus are just back up in our business, though? How long before we just have to fight them again?
Speaking of which, Kai, with that, with your check there, with your investigation check, this is definitely magical plant matter, but it does not seem to be connected enough to be doing anything. But this is not a remnant of a body. There's not a corpse here. You don't find any physical. You don't find any physical materials in them either. Even the clothes and such are just have turned to this leafy substance.
Nothing but mulch.
Moonboy.
Yeah.
You could tell that both of these doors are magically locked. They're not trapped. They're just magically sealed.
Oh. Moonboy is going to wave his hand in front of this door and cast Dispel Magic while saying Belong.
Incredible. What level are you casting it at?
Let's cast it at level 4.
Is that 4 or 2?
That was 4.
Okay, cool. Then give me a roll.
Son of a gun. Oh, I'll give you a roll. 15.
That'll do it. As you hear, give us some flavor here as you pop this door open.
I think the stone kind of front of this door begins to swell like it's gonna burst, and then it does, but the door is still there, and now it looks like it has a little give to it.
Yeah.
An illusory version of the door pops from the door. And he's gonna go, got it, got this one. Klik,
Nice.
do you want me to come do yours? Or do you want to just come to this door?
I don't know. We don't know which way either of these doors go, so your door is as good as mine.
All right, well, come over and go first, please.
Are we going?
I think into the door is a pretty good idea.
Makes sense. I mean, we heard this place was described to us as a Meridian Tract holdfast, not just a portal.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's get in there. Let's hack the mainframe.
Maybe we can get something out of this besides just kicking those two down the road once again.
Right.
I will cast invisibility on myself, and let's go down the tunnel.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, we're going in. Klik already went in. It's kind of terrifying. She's just sort of lurking around in there, invisible. So if you hear something, no fast movements.
I'm also casting
that's the
greater
stuff.
invisibility on myself.
Oh, okay. Flute's gone too. Just me. All right.
I'm here.
Get your broom.
Oh, God.
How's that supposed to make me feel?
I just didn't see you there. I'm sorry. And I assume you'll be going invisible as well?
No. Yes.
My man. yeah, where'd you go?
No, I'm still here.
All right.
My spell slots.
I'm going to creep in behind the slot. I'm going to try to move stealthily. Would you say that this tunnel constitutes a moonish environment?
Yes, actually, it specifically does. But I will say,
Right.
Klik, as you kind of like predator down this hallway, you just like into the darkness here. It's not too dark, as there are these like glowing orbs encrusted in the side of the walls here, and it is this cavern in this tunnel here, but it clearly has these silver metal supports holding this hallway in place and making it look very ornate as well. As you go through, you can blend in the walls and blend into these like metal archways that are holding this place up as well. But as you go down, you can see that it's going more toward the center here, and you can smell something that's like damp, but it's not musty. It's like almost like it's like a greenhouse scent of like it being more humid. As you get closer to, and you hear something behind you, and it's just Flute, invisible behind you.
No, I got tripping on the
Bashing into shit.
Pounced.
That was me.
I going past my invisible friends, I will send Bessner, my familiar, buzzing down ahead of us.
Sure, absolutely. As these two invisible folks like are taking it very slow and cautiously, Bessner just down the hallway here, and she breaks out to the end of this tunnel, and she sees what looks like a very mossy, damp room. It's very large, and at first it just feels like this is like a piece of nature or something wild here, as there are all these like misty glowing orbs all around, just like hovering around that seem to be giving off light. And then you can see through her eyes these pathways that go all throughout and lead up to what look like huge leafed plants that are almost like irises are wrapped up. They seem to just like be wrap up into different size plants all throughout this room to create chambers. So this seems like a living environment made out of grown plants here.
Interesting.
And each of the plants being like different rooms or tents, but they look very fancy. And even though, like, as you get to the edge of it, Flute and Klik, if you hear like a buzz from Bessner, you know it's a bit safe here at least. It does smell very sweet. It goes from being this like musty, like darker smell to being fragrant and having, like after it rains, it smells like that in this room.
Petrichor.
Oh man.
Soulmates.
Guys, I'm also like, I'm here, I'm listening, but I think my computer's gonna crash. So if I disappear soon, it's nothing you did. Your mother and I love you.
There it goes.
You are frozen.
You are. You're frozen.
You're frozen in a
with your eyes
contemplative
closed.
pose.
Yeah, very meditative.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Nice.
Or I can.
There's also a mosquito in here. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. There it is.
It's a big fancy plant palace up there.
What the hell? Is this where they're making more of themselves?
Missnan says that was happening inside the Feywild.
Inside the Feywild. Well, then why with all the... Klik, Flute, are you here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right here.
Not quite sure what to make of it, though.
Could you guys,
I feel like this is just...
go in there and, poke around? Flute still has my
That's what I was
walkie-talkie.
doing.
Well, I mean, just go up ahead of us.
I mean, DM, does it... I feel like the vibe I'm getting is that this place seems pretty deserted.
Yeah.
There is, Klik and I imagine that Klik and Flute are about 30, 40 feet in front of everyone else. That K.A.I is tucked back this hallway a little bit, and Moonboy is stealthed forward, but is not close to Klik and Flute right now. So Flute and Klik, both of you all can do perception checks if you'd like to.
Hey, caramba.
30, 21.
Way worse than that. It's
Okay,
cool. 11.
Yeah, maybe this is a little overstimulating for you here, Klik.
It's too smelly.
But Flute, you're getting a lot of information all at once, and there's just so many different things that you've never smelled before, but kind of smell familiar, but are all over the place, that you're just trying to soak it all in. And Flute, you don't see any sign of elven folks moving in throughout here, but you do see a few hanging bulbs over in the corner of the ceiling that seem to have very tightly wrapped ivy on them, where the rest of these iris bulbs coming out of the ground that stretch out almost like pumpkins for domiciles there. These pouches that seem to be something that has been grown and then plucked and then attached to the corner of the wall.
Oh, like a pod that you might grow something in?
Absolutely. It may seem like that. You have to get closer to it. You're this. It's fairly far away. I'd say it's about 100 feet. This room is pretty big too. It's maybe 300 feet from what you can see. And it
How many
seems
are
to go
there?
down. Yeah.
How many of these pods have the ivy around them?
You see about 4 or 5. It's a little harder to. They're kind of clustered together like the edge of a grape.
Okay.
Cluster.
I'll talk Klik.
Klik. Look at those pods over there in the side of the room.
I can't. Everything.
There's some pods. I can't point. I'm invisible. God.
Point with your mind. I can't smell or see anything in here.
I'll use the face of a clock to kind of point to Klik. Is it at 10 o'clock or whatever?
Oh, I see.
See which way you're facing, Flute.
You're invisible. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I love that. Flute is it's no, this one. It's
The
like
direction
this.
we just came from is 6 o'clock. The pods are over there at 10 o'clock.
All right, do I see
You know
them?
what a clock looks like, don't you?
Not really. You guys count time in a completely different way than we do.
Oh my God.
It's all very linear.
I don't sleep.
Look, I'm gonna throw some pebbles in the direction, all right?
Don't
And I'll,
throw anything.
Pick up some pebbles and throw them in that direction.
Can
They're
I
that way. I
Can I
point.
see the pods?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Great. I will wander over closer to them to examine quietly as I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Roll. Let's have you roll a stealth check, and then, and then an investigation check after that.
Well, 9 on stealth
Always good.
and
Give advantage from being invisible, right?
That's true.
Do I? Nice. Better. 17 on stealth.
Great.
And investigation is 18.
All right. Cool.
So I have a bardic inspiration I keep forgetting about. How long does that last?
It's probably less than 10 minutes.
It lasts 10 minutes, so
Okay, so yeah, it's
probably
gone.
done.
We
Dunzos.
have established that
I definitely used it trying to pry the door open. What was that song he was singing? Yeah.
Shake it, knock it, do it. Something, yeah. And you, as you get closer to these pods, like tucked up in the corner, it's very clear that they are, those cashews that you can never, not cashews. What's the fucking pistachios? You know those pistachios? They're like cracked open a little bit, and you know it's in there, and they're in there with the rest of them, but you can never get it open.
Yeah, you got to bite it.
Yeah, this is a grown together shell. It's a cocoon of growth.
I think we're muted.
We're muted?
Oh, they don't
Chat?
have me. They don't have me. Hold on. Yeah, because I made a new scene so they could see all of us. Check. Okay, let me make sure I'm on the right mic here. Boom. Yep. Okay, cool. So yeah, those I was talking about pistachios. That's all you missed. And so it's a grown together pod here, and this is something that seems to be protected. It's hard to get to. It's pushed up in the corner here, but there are some vines trailing down from it, as if people go up from time to time, but you don't see any entrance or opening to them, and they seem very like secured in the corner here, like away from everything as well.
Can I sense anything alive in it? Is there any sort of like mental presence in the pod?
I think with your investigation check that you did, yes. At least 3 of them have something or someone living in them.
There's something sleeping in it, or alive anyway.
Maybe it's growing. Ventress and his dad again.
Well, that was in the Feywild. That's what Miss Nun said. I don't know. We can't just torch random pods. We don't know what's in there.
Well, let's just keep looking around then.
I mean, as long as they're dormant, I guess. Is there any out or up or
like farther
just
deeper
like
into this room?
Yeah.
There is not. I mean, it is a globular room, in that kind of ends here. But it is a very big room. It's kind of like going door to door in an abandoned town where you absolutely can spend time poking around here. And this isn't me as a DM saying, there's nothing here, you should just turn around. It's more of like, you do not see an obvious exit from here. And also, it is a large space. So you'd have to spend like time really poking around here.
Yep.
Which again, not discourage you from doing, just kind of getting the scale of what's in front of you.
It's hard to know what I'm looking at in here. I mean, how many... do I have a guess on like how many pods are in this room? Is it just the like 3 I can see, or is it do I think the place is full of them?
Up in the corners there, you don't see any more that are like tucked up in the edges of things. But as far as, again, there are the grown lily, like iris like flowers that are buildings almost that are coming out of the ground that has these huge leaves to them, and the pods are anomalies. They are things that are kind of like far tucked away in the corner there. So
it's like a weird, silent, dead city.
Maybe
this doesn't seem
the
particularly.
Meridian Tract was here and they evacuated? I don't know.
But why would they leave like sleeping pods of people in here? Or whatever it is. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. It reminds me of almost like the crypt on Jadorian. It's so quiet. Can I investigate one of these building-looking things?
absolutely, yeah. As you like walk up to it, you can feel a little bit of a psionic tingle right away as you get close to it, and you can either do a Arcana check or a investigation check here.
I'll investigate. Hey, a roll over 10.
Oh,
22.
All right, cool. As you like walk up to it, kind of like spooks, like that tingle, like just like puts you on alert for a moment, and you can see this building that you walk up to, this like plant-like building, also like jolts back, and then if you like slink back to the side there in stealth, you see it like wrap itself up a little bit and tighten itself closer together.
It's, I don't know, guys. It's a little too alive for me in here.
But I will say, with that high of an investigation check too, it feels like it's like mimicking you a little bit with your psionic connection, like just the psionic aura off of you. It's almost like you connected to its Bluetooth magically. As you step up to it, it is like moves with you a little bit. Not around, but like reacts to you in the same way.
Sure. Like if I waved at it, would it wave back? I think she definitely goes.
And you see a petal kind of like unfurl from the side of it and just like lay itself down and like wiggle a little bit and then pull itself back up as you're done waving. It doesn't kind of like immediately wave at you, but it definitely responds to you.
Did you see that? It's like it can feel me.
It seems to know you're here even though you're invisible.
And it doesn't have any clear eyes. This place is full of strange psionic energy. It doesn't seem... I don't know. I'm not afraid exactly.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Huh?
Yes.
Marvelous. What'd I miss?
I'm playing Dance Dance Revolution with a plant.
Plants Revolution.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
There's like I have psionically fused with a bean pod, and I'm waving at it, and it sort of wiggles back.
Whoa. I leave you guys alone for 5 minutes.
Also, there's some kind of guys, some kind of folks in pods in here.
Pod
We don't know what they are, but they're alive.
Podzos.
Kai, you
Does
can
it
definitely
feel-
kind of
does
like
it-
be at the mouth of this opening as well.
Yeah, for sure. Can I tell from looking around this large space of anywhere that seems like a headquarters, seems nicer or higher or, of importance based on its plant architecture?
Absolutely. You can roll a investigation check here if you want to.
All right.
As you like you enter this space and start poking around some of these
That
building size.
Is a natural 20, baby.
Goodness.
He doesn't fuck around.
As I imagine you float in here and you see just like a couple of ripples of like Klik investigating things, Flute investigating things, Moonboy like floating in and around you slowly and stealthily, even though he has his moon boots on. So like there is just like a little bit of a glow. But as you're watching out here, you can see you can almost sense it, like this magical aura off of it. And I think Moonboy, just for the flavor of it too, like, these are plant buildings that seem to be grown out of here. And the two of you kind of like lock onto one bulb that doesn't seem too much bigger or ornate than any of the other ones, but you can see the richness of its leaves. I mean that there's like a lot packed in there. This is the the fancy version of a very nice, grown, cultivated for a long time, perennial flower that is closed up, but here, about I would say 10, 15 bulbs down along the edge of this cavern, in these rows here, you could see one that is clearly of a higher status.
Look at that one. So rich with pectins.
Whoa. I don't know. Look at the size of the stamen on that one.
Let's go check that thing out.
Let's go check. It must be their leader.
Why do
I'll wander over and see if it has the same kind of psionic reaction.
Yeah,
Can we all kind of converge on this prime plant?
Absolutely.
and prime?
As you flutter around it, you do click. You kind of like feel that same like oomph of it, and it you all just see it like move with Klik a bit.
These are so strange. I've never really felt the presence of the plants in this way.
Do these look like Lunastaran plants?
No, I would say
is this more
no.
Feywild
Like
stuff?
I think Moonboy would know almost immediately.
Do they look like the other plants we saw outside though? Do they seem Feywildish?
I mean, it's definitely of the same ilk, but it's not like bigger versions of things you saw outside. But these are definitely like the Elven Armada, that you see these Meridian Track ships are these huge moth wing ships, and they also have this like organic, this like cross between organic and structure, as if they were like grown structures, and this is giving you very similar vibes to like the ships that they fly around. Of this
it's giving moth
space.
ship.
It is, isn't it?
Is this how they grow their ships?
Oh fuck!
Is this? They are very organic.
I'm using one of my swears for this.
That's interesting.
We each get one. Is
there an obvious
Klik is
door?
Can I try to just sit down and relax and settle myself in a way that is open?
Yeah, use your chi.
Yes, but I want you to give me like Klik doesn't sleep, right?
Yeah.
And so I would love for just like a little bit, like what is like I like Klik getting comfortable in front of everybody, just like laying down on the ground. Like what is this like warrior to relax?
So she's while everybody is wandering around looking for a place a door, Klik tries to settle herself on the ground, and she sits cross-legged with her hands in her lap and can't really close her eyes. She doesn't have eyelids, but settles her mind in just by gently buzzing. Like, it's not a hum exactly. It's like a very soft, static sort of sound, and tries to settle her brain into one note, right? Like meditating, but sort of closer to an off switch.
I would love for you to do a nature check with advantage.
I'm going to invite a little bit of moonlight in and give you guidance. Shh.
Okay.
Invite a little moonlight in.
Actually, pretty good.
Yeah.
What do we got? Nature. I think this is my first nature check.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever remember asking you to roll a nature check.
We're all right. Guidance is what? D4. Bonk. 22.
Yeah. So while you hum in the moonlight, you all look over as this large bulb, this green leafed, with like purple leaves inside of it, bulb just starts to rhythmically unwind, almost like clockwork, but it's more of something that is. It is clearly Klik like the same hum as you are rocking back and forth a little bit. It is also just like unraveling itself, and it opens up, and there are these huge petals. Like, you all have to back up a little bit, and the petals like lay themselves around Klik as they go forward in front of you, and you can see this huge throne at the middle of it that looks like a stamen at the middle that has these like yellow like flower, almost like cauliflower bulbs all up around it that would create an arch behind someone if they sat in it. And there is a what looks like a desk almost of knotted wood coming out of the ground. And there are all these like puffs just laying about everywhere that are, again, like the nodules on the inside of a flower just growing out of the ground there.
Cool.
Some kind of spelljammer flower.
Somebody's
Could it
like writing nook.
Moonboy's gonna fly in and get a closer look at this table, I think, cautiously.
Klik will stay
Yeah.
exactly where she is and try and maintain the note.
I will go with Moonboy.
You like look up for just a second, and like one of the petals like smacks Moonboy for just like a tiny second, and then you lay back down.
Keep focusing. Keep focusing.
Sure. Roll an investigation check, Moonboy.
Can I? I'm also there.
Yeah, sure. You can also roll an investigation check.
Wonderful. I believe my enhanceability is still going.
-2.
Just make sure on that. Oh yeah, concentration up to an hour. Wonderful. I'm going to do a guidance on myself as well.
Thank goodness.
Oof,
Thank you. Enhanceability.
I blew it. Got a 14.
26.
Cool. Yeah, Moonboy, as you are, you're really, you're like Klik with that door before as you come over to this wooden nodule coming out of the ground, and you can't just like, it just looks like a stump almost, just like gnarled and twisted. And K.A.I, as you walk over to it and you're like poking around in the same way, you can tell there are a lot of, in the same way that a tree trunk may have knot holes in it that kind of like go down. It has a lot of spots where you could like push away some of the branches and like reach down inside of it here and there. And some spots that are like maybe illusionary. It has all these like little hidden pockets to it.
Interesting. Yeah, I would like to. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, are you
sure
just kind of
that
like
it's-
pulling things out? You absolutely
no.
can.
I want to look at it from the standpoint of making sure that it's not going to explode or anything if I go poking around it in there.
Sure,
So I suppose you could say I'm checking it for traps.
absolutely. You can roll investigation or Arcana.
Let's
Been a while since we did a
go
trap
for
check as well.
Arcana. I'm glad that I have enhanceability. 29.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of ways that things could go. Like you're sticking your hand blindly into knot holes that are along this wooden chunk here. And so you have to be very careful because there are definitely some... You sense some magical auras in and around there and some mechanical auras, just like some twigs pulled back that, like, if triggered, could snap shut, and you're not sure what they do as you avoid them very adeptly. And you find a lot of empty pockets here as you are, the mechanical bits of your arm are rooting around this desk. But you do find some like scraps of paper that seem to have writing on them that were maybe forgotten or left behind. You find a small, what looks like a pocket, like a locket that is the size of something you would put in your pocket, like an oversized locket. That's the correct description of this. I don't know, like a clamshell.
Pocket locket?
Yeah, it almost looks like a makeup kit. But it's like silver. That's the word I was trying to. God damn! I even have it somewhere in my notes, but I like could not think of the word. Yeah. So it is a compact that seems to be locked mechanically, but it does look like a clam shell itself. And then you also find a pair of silver scissors that don't seem to have any writing or arcane runes on it. And I'm sorry, one more thing. You find I don't have these notes open in front of me. I don't know why, but the musical instrument that you pluck, just like 4 little pieces of, they have like metal.
A zither?
No, it's a. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, I can picture it.
I'm pretty sure I have one like sitting right there. Why can't it'll take me too long to. Anyway, I didn't think we would get here tonight, so I don't have my treasure. It will take me a second to find my treasure notes here, but yes, you find that like little musical instrument as well.
A lamellophone. Mbira.
I think that's it.
Kalimba, I think is what I know. It now.
That is what it is. Kalimba is what
is the word.
Mbira is close, but it is a kalimba. Yeah, I couldn't get marimba out of my head, and I knew that was not right. And
Kalimba.
I love that. When your brain is like, is it marimba? And you're like, no, it's not.
And then it just keeps asking you again and again.
Is it marimba?
Marimba.
Nope.
No, brain. I need you to sit down. Brain,
can't stop saying it.
Brain, drink some water.
Marimba?
Yep, that's exactly what my brain is doing.
Oh my god.
I can't even.
And I will say another piece of this too is actually when you said that, I was able to let me search my notes quickly and find where the treasure was. The paper is also not just scraps. It seems like something torn up, but into a lot of small pieces. So it would take some time to put it back together.
I wonder if we have anyone who's good at intricate little puzzles. Oh, wait!
He left through a portal door earlier. Yeah.
Yep. I will start with the. I'll start with the magical items, or I don't know if they're magical. Let's start with the clamshell, the compact. You said it's mechanically locked.
Yeah, I would say you can roll an Arcana check if you want to see if any of the items are magical.
I will do that. I will.
I think this is the most Arcana checks we've ever rolled in an episode. It's great.
Klik is gently suggesting that we leave the flower if we're done with the flower. Just
you feel the floor just like ripple a little bit and start pushing you out. Yeah.
Sure, we can back up. Dirty 20.
None of the items are magical. You feel very confident about that.
Okay. Wonder what the significance is.
Flute, I would love for you to roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'm just standing in the door invisibly. Once it's puzzle time, Flute checks out. I'm picking my nose invisibly, because when you're invisible, you can go just so deep. Oh my god.
Or if
primo
you're
nose picking time.
Get an angle on it.
Yeah, I mean, you think picking your nose in the car is good. Wait till you have greater invisibility, which is really
nobody can see you
it.
In the car. Everybody knows that.
Just
you can go so deep that your finger becomes visible again.
Yeah.
Out the back of your head.
Yeah. There's just blood dripping out of midair. Oh god. Oh fuck. God.
This is why people are visible.
I got a 17.
When you say that, as you're like zoning off, like kind of keeping watch and kind of picking your nose, you could see one of the pods you saw early in the corner has a small flame coming from it.
Oh, like a
not like a torch inside, like a like, Ma, the barn's on fire kind of flame. I don't know why I did it that way, but
That was right. That was correct.
Yeah, I'll get my companion's attention. Like, hey, that one's on fire.
Should we steal all this shit?
Yes.
Okay, steal it.
I'm gonna try to fly over to this pod.
You guys said there was people inside, right?
And also, the main pod, the pod that Klik has open right now is maybe 100 feet from where the where you see this fire.
Oh, crap.
You said there was people inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
These notes are going to take time. We should take them and leave.
But what if there's someone in there that needs help?
You think they could be like prisons? That's
I
interesting.
mean, if it's on fire and if I was on fire in a prison, I would want you guys to come help me.
All right, sure.
Okay, I will dash 60 feet.
Incredible. Over to that area where the fire is. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. Roll a perception check, just like to soak in the scene as you get over there.
16.
I will let the flowers snap closed once they're clear of it and after him.
Cool.
Nice.
I love it. It's just like
Nosebleed.
Just like brushes up K.A.I and Moonboy's back as you stand up once they're clear, as like the petals.
I think it even like hurries them out. Like it just, the leaves sort of push.
Fling me into the air. Here I go.
It's not a fling. It's like a boot, like a butt.
Sure.
Scoot, like a wave.
A boot scut. A scut.
A boot,
a
a
butt.
scotch. You know, like.
Yes.
Boot scotch.
It just
Oh, the boot scotch is on fire.
a finger roll
Boot scotch.
in basketball on
Like
my
the
butt.
tide on the beach when it just comes up around your butt and you're like, ooh.
Yes,
It's that.
a buoyed. I've been buoyed.
Yeah, you get a little buoyed.
Boot scotch.
Scotch your boots.
I got a 14. Or no, I got a 16, sorry.
Great. You see a hole has been burnt in one of these pods, and you see two hands reach out on either side, and pulling them back, you see this fiery elven face.
Oh, shit.
As he pulls himself out and pushes the edges of the pod aside, you hear him go, "You forgot to water me this time. I'm coming back." And he's like looking around. He's like, "You can't hold me in here for long, you Meridian track, you mother." He's like starting to swear in Elvish and like pull himself out. And you can just see that he's like this like fiery elf.
Enemy
Literally
of my
on fire
enemy, I
at the same
suppose.
time. Yeah.
So he's on
one
fire,
person.
but like cool
Does he
with
seem
it.
like he's naturally on fire or on?
Okay, so
He
he's
likes
the
to
fire.
be on fire.
Sure.
He's a stunt man.
Oh, this is a prison.
He's a
They've
stunt
got him.
elf.
It's a
They
plant
had him
prison.
imprisoned, but they
And-
forgot to water him.
Yeah, like he is. Yeah, that is a good distinction. He is not on fire. He is. There is like fire. Like
is
as he
fire.
pulls his head up, you can see that his hair is fire. And it's like streaking out of his eyes, almost like mascara, like up and around, like connecting to his hair. There's just like this aura coming off of him of flame as well.
Someone's been drinking red wine.
Eyeshadow,
guess.
not mascara. Jesus, I can't
I
get any
guess.
words right tonight.
Hold person.
Oh,
Still cool
Oh.
with mascara, fire
Yeah.
mascara. Oh, a little magic on him.
What is the spell save DC?
That is an 18 wisdom.
So as he's like looking around and just like surging flames out of his hands and burning away the pod around him, he just freezes in this position, like totally stuck, and it's just like,
Yeah, and Moonboy's got him kind of in a Darth Vader thing, and he's like, I don't know if I should have done that, but he's stopped. I don't know what's happening. I got a guy. He scared me.
Oh wow,
It's
he's all fiery.
Yeah.
what was he saying? He seemed upset.
He said something. Yeah, he was upset. He said something about the Meridian Tract, and I panicked.
Like in a good
maybe
way, or
maybe he doesn't like them.
I think that's probably pretty
It seems likely.
possible.
Hello, friend. I don't know if you can still hear. Sorry about
Can I
this.
hear?
You scared. You scared our friend here. I shouldn't be the one talking to him. Someone else should.
No, this is okay. This is okay.
Sorry about the magical paralysis. We are not the Meridian Tract. We are probably their foremost adversaries.
Please.
It's a little awkward to talk to you like this, but I didn't cast the spell, so I can't let you go.
I can. I mean, if you just explain to him the situation and that.
We came here to attack. We came here to attack. We did a little battle with. How much should we tell this guy? What if he's bad? I don't know.
The pot is on fire enough that the form of his body falls, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to roll for this, but I'm not going to. Like, he just falls and is still stuck in the same position after he's fallen about 30 feet down. It's just
Okay.
Oh, that was loud.
all right. I'm gonna try and communicate with him telepathically. I'd just be
that's a good idea.
Okay.
There. Sorry about the
Did he hear me?
whole freezing. Not sure if you can hear us physically, so I figured I'd say hi.
You just hear back in your mind. He says, "Are you the vanquish? Did you vanquish? Have you vanquished here?"
Generally or specifically? I mean,
Both. Any. Oh.
Jed. Yeah. We took our licks, but we did okay. We vanquished. I would say.
Not me specifically, but you.
Yeah.
No, you did.
Flute was vanquished. We were both the vanquishers and the vanquishees.
He says, incredible. He says, then you are my heroes. You have vanquished the Meridian Tract. He says, excellent. He's like, let me return. Let me return to the Feywild.
You're a Fey. What are you doing here?
I am a royal Eladrin who has been held for centuries, unallowed to take my throne.
And now my eyes. Oh, wait, no, I can't hear him.
He says, I can burn anything forever. The flame that comes off of me will never stop. I am the fire of nature. Let me spread.
He's some kind of Fey king. He's been held captive, I think, by the Meridian Tract.
Okay,
He does not like them. I don't know. He also talks a lot about burning. It's hard to say.
Tracks. That Meridian
in a good way. What do we feel about Fays?
I don't know. All of the reading I've done talks about how they're mysterious and changeable, and
well, he said that we're his heroes.
Really?
That's what they said.
I tend to think that we're better, but okay. And he drops the whole person.
You see this. He looks like a tall, skinny elf. As he stands up straight, you can tell that he is, even though he's been cramped, he must have been cramped inside that pod because the pod, he must have been curled up inside of it. But he looks just very fit and has this fire coming off of him that the flames bellow down the back of his back as hair, but is flowing like a ponyta. There you go. And
Ponyta elf, I love it.
And he's like, he says, thank you. I shall celebrate you in my kingdom. He
radiant.
Says, I am so grateful.
Sorry about that. You startled me. Did that hurt when you fell 30 feet?
He says, I am so happy to be free that nothing can hurt me.
Nice. Weird.
You're no friend of the Meridian Tract, I guess.
Oh, look, he says, look, they're all gone. He says, finally, they have kept me damp and moist and weak in there. And now, and he like surges with fire and he's like, I can spread again.
Okay, well, don't...
In the Feywild, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's where I'm most powerful. I wish to return.
Oh, we
Okay.
did.
Do I...
Does it seem
who
like
are
it would?
your podmates?
I've never
You know?
spoken to them. Would you like me to incinerate them? I can quickly.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Does it
Necessary.
seem like it would be an extraordinarily bad idea to get this guy back to the Feywild?
You roll
That's
a
never
history check.
stopped us before.
You can roll a history check with disadvantage, or you
I
can
do
roll
an
an
insight
insight
check?
check. Yeah.
I will roll an insight check. I would prefer to do that.
Can I roll a history check with disadvantage?
Yes.
God, I blew it. Oh no, I didn't. 28.
Oh,
Oh,
not 28.
I got a
28.
17 insight.
12.
And Jordan, you said 28.
Mm-hmm.
12. Klik, you want to roll anything here?
Sure. Okay, she'll roll insight. It doesn't matter.
I think this is
It's
a
a
little
2, I think.
I think y'all's gut, like what is coming back here is he's clearly
A 3.
He's clearly a loose cannon. He's clearly like off his meridian track. But, you know, not your monkey's not your circus a little bit here in the sense where it's
Sure.
like he does not seem to be causing a problem for you all. None of the things he said are like lining up. He does not trying to destroy you, hurt you, or
Right.
cause any problems here.
This is,
So,
this is
I'm gonna-
clearly a problem for campaign 2.
yeah.
I'm going to turn to the others and go,
I like him. I don't know why, but I like him.
Well,
I think
Enemy of my
Maybe we-
enemy.
maybe if we took him back to... Because they all went through the portal, right? They're up to some shenaniganery in there. That much we can be certain of.
Who went
Yes.
through the portal?
The meridian, the bad
The
elves,
baddies.
right?
Yeah, we stopped them all from going through the portal.
A bunch of
Some
them
of
ran
them
through there, right?
Presumably had already gone through.
Yeah, I suppose.
So if they're in there and we send this spicy boy after them, maybe that could be a real wrench in the works. Maybe we just take him back to the portal.
That's true.
K.A.I, you do what you did
Just
last
the
time, but
portal.
backwards.
I could try.
I don't know about that. We just turned off that portal. It was leaking.
Okay,
That's
well,
true. But maybe we could get him there still. Maybe he can get himself there. I don't know.
oh, I can get him there. I would have to. I need some time to prepare, but I could send him there.
Sir?
I think that like as you all are kind of like discussing and he's just kind of like looking off in the distance, I think I want to kick
Smoldering.
everybody out except for Flute here for a second.
okay.
What? Yeah, and I think that I think I went just Flute here for a second.
Give us the high sign when
I
we
will,
should come
yeah.
back.
In fact, hold on, just
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna throw up.
hunt
I'm gonna
this
throw up this.
mosquito.
I just want to put up this while I'm doing a little reconfiguring here. Look at this incredible map from every map of story here. Y'all can see it on the. I don't think everybody can. No, the players can't, but y'all can see it. It's so good. I love it so much. I just had to throw it up here while I'm finagling things around. Oop! Don't look at. I'm naked. Don't look at this. Going back to the art. Don't pay attention. As I try and get you and just you and me up here. There we go. Okay. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight, but we're doing it tonight. You hear the rider's voice in your head, Flute, and he says, "That seems like a friend. That seems like a friend to me."
And with my 17 on the insight roll, like that, I felt like he was on the up and up, right?
Yeah.
As you described
I would say he does not seem like a threat to you. I will let you roll an insight check with advantage against the rider here.
Ooh, with advantage?
Yeah, because you did well on that. Because you succeeded so well on your insight check on this dude here, this like flaming elf, you can have advantage.
18.
The rider is eager, and like he's such a cool hand Luke a little bit with you, like especially lately. He's like, I know what my deal is, and I've got my deal, and I'm not worried about it. And the rider wants something here.
Well, if he's a friend, then I guess we should help him get back home, right?
Yeah. He says we should help him. He's like, if you keep him safe, if you bring him, and you can tell he's like thinking. He's like, this is the loosest you've ever experienced, the writer. And he says, if you bring him to me, I'll let you go.
What?
He says,
says that out loud in the room. What?
You kind of hear the writer's voice, and he goes, I whatever. I stumbled upon you. We've had our odds, but
that sounds like you just offered a deal. So, all right then. Where am I supposed to bring him?
You know where? The last time you fought a devil on in the Cove of the Bones.
Punch at the Cove of the Bones.
Yeah. Take him. Open up that statue again and walk him in there. That'll be close enough.
Well, what's gonna happen to him?
Hey, deal. He's like, that's not part of the deal. I just think I think if you can bring me this guy, then I'm not even I'm not sweating. You will have made a fair trade many times over. And again, like this, I understand how like out of game this is odd, and Flute can clock all of that. Like this is like, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Like this is coming out of nowhere. The writer has been litigious and has been like strict and has felt like he's had one up on you now too, and he's just kind of like handing out candy here. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't even care about our deal anymore.
So weird.
Cool. I think with that we can like the writer's just kind of like whistling in your head, and we can bring everybody else back in.
Yeah. All right. I'm stunned.
And why don't? And I think we can call it there too.
Oh, good.
Oh my
Bring
god.
everybody back just to say goodbye.
Oh my god.
What happened? What happened? Something good?
Nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say.
But I want to know.
I mean, you all can
Find out
like that's
in just a few days on YouTube.
No, I
At
can't.
youtube.com/better
if you want to
than
know,
heroes.
each of you as players can go subscribe to our Twitch channel and watch the VOD.
I already do. First of all,
Great.
Guys, I got it.
You got the mosquito?
I got the mosquito, but I think it bit me.
Uh-oh.
no.
It's-
Now you're
then
it
all
got
screwed
you.
up.
That's all you
Mosquito,
wanted.
mosquito.
This is a good plot line right there. Well, cool. That's it this week. Thanks for running a little long. There was just a lot. This was a fun episode because
It was a good one.
you
Hot
all
app.
just got right in there with a lot of stuff. It was great. I was like ready for you to teleport out of there too. You could have gone so many directions tonight. That was a fun one.
Nah, bang down the door.
Insane.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like
Climb
I've talked a
around in
lot.
there.
I feel like I've talked a lot in the stream about how often you all just like walk past doors, and I'm like, cool, there goes that whole plot line. I feel like this is the opposite of that one, where I was like
That's
ready
just
to
the
throw
nature
this
of
stuff
D&D,
away,
right?
and then you were like,
Oh, nice.
Hell
no,
yeah.
we're gonna find all this stuff.
We did it all
Hell
this
yeah.
Do
time.
it. Yeah.
We really cut open the clicker's stomach on this one.
Gross.
Madness. Oh, real quick, I want to plug. I've got a Kickstarter for 2 new games I have coming out. I'll put the link in the chat. These are sequels to my game Streets. If you want to roleplay as a bird or a night creeper, check it out. The company's called Occupied Hex, and the games, Aaron, are called Night Shift and Bird Cult. They're going to be great. I've been working on them. The art is very cool. That's coming along from Bird Cult. You can check out their art on Instagram at Bird Cult. But it's totally funded, so you'll definitely get a copy of the games if you want. They're going to be cool zine games.
Do it. Check it out.
I want to play a game where I'm a raccoon. That specific raccoon from the YouTube video where he tries to wash the cotton candy.
It's so sad.
It's like, he's just trying to uncover the mystery of what happened to that cotton candy.
I am a raccoon. We got the blood test back from the doctor. Technically, I am a raccoon, so I want to play a game where we are all a pack of garbage.
We can all do raccoons. Let's do it. We can play it on this stream. Let's go.
I want to be the cat from that TikTok where the guy comes outside and is like, "Ma!"
You should all be
looking cat is
should all be famous internet animals.
It's like
That's great. Our character art is easy. It's just like a screenshot of the
yeah.
Very funny.
I love it.
Can I pitch a Streets version called Streeps? Where you play Meryl Streep's pets.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting out here on that one.
You're all like lost at the...
Brew it up. I'll make the PDF.
You're all lost at the airport or whatever.
How about just like 4 Meryl Streeps?
Oh my
god. They're like out on the night, like eating garbage and acting like raccoons and stuff.
Yeah,
like
she finally
gets
a break from being
sweep your flashlight across the yard.
She would have just demolished that role. She would be great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Night Streep.
We're all Meryl Streeps acting like we're raccoons. Like
yes, exactly.
That's it.
All right.
I mean, obviously, her pets have taken on her like mannerisms.
Right.
Because of that saying.
Just a reminder too, we have a after hours behind the scenes podcast. After hours sounds so. I'm sorry.
After hours.
Illicit. Come on through. We'll be spritzing ourselves with natural
uncut.
20.
Yeah.
Come to the Better Than Heroes speakeasy, and where we talk about
oh my god,
alcohol.
I'll be wearing.
We don't drink
talk about it.
We talk about it. Three of us
about
don't
loud
drink
music and alcohol and
wait,
nudity.
the stream froze right there at the end.
Hilarious.
All right,
If you
cool.
listen
We're done.
close,
That's
you can
it.
hear our
It's over.
pajamas.
No.
Well, if you're
I'm gonna
watching
put
this
on
on
audio on the
YouTube,
episode, yeah.
if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to hear special content like us after episodes talking about the show and all kinds of different fun stuff, then check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/betterthanheroes.
It's like this right now. I'm definitely gonna just have this playing after the Jupes song, and so this is just gonna be on YouTube, and people are gonna be hearing it. It's like, look, this is what it's like. It's just after
check out our
the
Patreon.
episode talking. Yeah.